Namaste and welcome. In today's session, I am going to work out some more questions based on the same 6 concepts what I have written on the board. If you are going to be thorough with all the questions what I did in my previous class as well as what I am going to do in today's class, I am sure if you find in the board examination questions based on these concepts, you will be in a position to attempt the questions without any difficulties and with full confidence. Here we go. The first question goes like this. Here you have to find the angle between the lines whose direction ratios are A, B, C and B minus C, C minus A and A minus B. This question is taken from the NCERT book. Now, you have been given the direction ratios. Immediately, to find out the angle between the lines, this particular formula should come to your mind. Okay. Now, here your A1, B1, C1 are nothing but A, B, C. And your A2, B2, C2 are nothing but B minus C, C minus A and A minus B. Just you have to substitute in the formula and get the answer. Let us do it now. Solution. You need to find the angle. So let theta be the angle between the two lines. The assumption has to be made. Let theta be the angle between the lines. Between the two lines. We know that. What is the formula? Always you have to write the formula first. Cos theta is equal to A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 divided by square root of A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square into square root of A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square. Here A1, B1, C1 are nothing but A, B, C. A2, B2, C2 are A2, B2, C2 are nothing but B minus C, C minus A minus B. So let us substitute these values here and get what is cos theta. Cos theta is equal to A into B minus C plus B into C minus A plus C into A minus B divided by square root of A square plus B square plus C square into square root of B minus C the whole square plus C minus A the whole square plus A minus B the whole square. Now let us multiply term by term. We will be getting cos theta is equal to AB minus AC plus BC minus BA plus CA minus CB divided by square root of A square plus B square plus C square into square root of B minus C the whole square plus C minus A the whole square plus A minus B the whole square. This is nothing but, see here, AB and minus AB will get cancelled. Minus AC and plus AC will get cancelled. Same way, BC minus BC will get cancelled. So, you will be having 0 by this denominator. You have to write this denominator once again, which is nothing but 0. because 0 by anything is going to be 0. So you are getting cos theta is equal to 0. So that is cos theta is equal to 0. Tell me what value of theta? Cos theta is 0. You know that cos 90 is 0. So this implies theta is equal to 90 degrees. Or in other words, the two lines are perpendicular to each other. So you can write both. That is, the two lines are perpendicular to each other. Two lines are perpendicular to each other. But the important point is this. You have been asked to find out the angle between the lines. So you need to answer to the point. Therefore, the angle between the two lines is equal to theta is equal to 90 degrees. That is how you will be concluding your answer. Now, we will pass on to question number 2. If the coordinates of the points A, B, C, D, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, minus 4, 3, minus 6 and 2, 9, 2, respectively, find the angle between the lines AB and CD. This question is taken from the NCERT book Miscellaneous Exercise. Even the previous question is also from the NCERT book Miscellaneous Exercise. Very important questions. Let us do it now. Solution. Since the points are given to you, you can always find out the DRs of AB and the DRs of CD. Once you find out the DRs of AB and DRs of CD, then to find out the angle between these two lines AB and CD, we can use the formula what I have written over there. The relevant formula we have to choose. Okay, and then we can conclude our answer. Okay, solution. What are the points given to you? The given points are A 1, 2, 3, B 4, 5, 7, C minus 4, 3, minus 6 and D 2, 9, 2. DRs of AB, these easily we can find out because these are the 2 points on the line. When 2 points are there, how to find out the DRs? You know the formula and you have done many questions based on that. It is nothing but x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Okay, now let us find out the DRs of, that is direction ratios of the line AB are, first let me write the formula, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Take this point A as x1, y1, z1 and B as x2, y2, z2. Substitute in this formula, you will be getting, this implies the DRs are 4 minus 1, 5 minus 2, 7 minus 3, which is nothing but 3, 3, 4. So, you got the DRs of the line AB. Normally, we take it as ABC. Since 2 lines are there, let us take it as A1, B1 and C1. That is A1, B1, C1 are nothing but 3, 3, 4. Okay, name this as 1. These are the DRs of the line AB. Similarly, we have to find out the DRs of the line CD. Now, the DRs of, that is the direction ratios of the line CD are, straight away, let me write Normally we take it as A2, B2, C2. A2, B2, C2 or nothing but take the point C here x1, y1, z1 and D as x2, y2, z2 and substitute in this formula. You will be getting 2 minus of minus 4. That means 2 plus 4. 10. 9 minus 3. 2 minus of minus 6. So 2 plus 6. Now this is nothing but 6, 6, 8. Name this as 2. You know A1, B1, C1, that is DRs of the first line AB, and you know A2, B2, C2, the DRs of the second line CD. Now first you compare. See here 3, 3, 4, here 6, 6, 8. That is the DRs of the line AB is half of the DRs of the line CD. Or in other words, the DRs of the line CD are 2 times the DRs of the line AB. That means the DRs are proportional. When the DRs are proportional, you know the condition, the lines will have to be parallel. That is a condition for parallelism. We always say the two lines are parallel when the DRs are proportional. From 1 and 2, we get A1 by A2 is equal to 3 by 6, which is equal to half. B1 by B2 is equal to 3 by 6, which is equal to half. C1 by C2, which is equal to 4 by 8, which is half. Implies the two lines AB and CD are parallel. What is the reason? The DRs are proportional. So once again you mention nothing wrong in that. Since the direction ratios, the DRs are proportional. Always you have to conclude your answer to the point. See here, find the angle between the lines AB and CD. Therefore, the angle between the lines AB and CD is 0 degrees or 180 degrees. So both should be mentioned by you. This is going to be your final answer. Now we'll move on to question number 3. Here if the lines x minus 1 by minus 3 equal to y minus 2 by 2k is equal to z minus 3 by 2 and x minus 1 by 3k is equal to y minus 1 by 1 is equal to z minus 6 by minus 5 are perpendicular, find the value of k. You have been given two equations in Cartesian form and you have been given the two lines are perpendicular. You need to find the value of k. Immediately, this particular formula should come to your mind. When two lines are perpendicular and if the lines are in Cartesian form, you know the formula which is A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal to 0. Where A1, B1, C1 are the DRs of the first line and A2, B2, C2 are the DRs of the second line. In general, we take it that way. Okay. This question is taken from the NCERT book, Miscellaneous Exercise. Let us do it. Solution. First, let us write the equations. X minus 1 by minus 3 is equal to y minus 2 by 2k is equal to z minus 3 by 2. Let us name this as first equation. Then, x minus 1 by 3k is equal to y minus 1 by 1 is equal to z minus 6 by minus 5. Let it be the second equation of the line. Now, we need to write the DRs. Before writing it straight away, I told you many times, we need to check whether the given equations are in standard form or not. If you see the first equation, the coefficients of x, y and z are all 1. That means this equation is already in standard form. Coming to the second equation, again here the coefficients of x, y and z are all 1. That means this equation is also in standard form. So straight away we can write the DRs of these two equations now. Okay. So the DRs of, that is the direction ratios of the line 1 are, normally we take it as A1, B1, C1. So let us use the same notation, A1, B1, C1, which is nothing but minus 3, 2k, 2. Then the DRs of the line 2 are, we take it as A2, B2, C2, A2, B2, C2, nothing but 3k, 1 minus 5. 3k, 1 minus 5. We know that when the two lines are perpendicular, then A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal to 0. A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 should be equal to 0. Now let us substitute for A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 here. We will be getting, this implies minus 3 into 3k, then plus 2k into 1 plus 2 into minus 5 equal to 0. That is A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal to 0. So when I simplify, I will be getting, this is nothing but minus 9k plus 2k minus 10 equal to 0. That is minus 7k equal to 10. This implies minus 7k equal to 10, which will give me k is equal to minus 10 by 7. We need to answer to the point. Here what is the question? Find the value of k. So you have to write, therefore the value of k is equal to minus 10 by 7. So that will be your final answer. Now we'll move on to question number 4. Here you have to find the value of p so that these two lines L1 and L2 are perpendicular to each other. So this word perpendicular is very important. And also you have to find the equation of the line passing through the point 3, 2, minus 4 and parallel to the line L1. You have got two parts in this particular question. Now, this question was asked in All India 2014 board examination. Let us do it. Solution. First, let me write the equations. The equations are 1 minus x, that is L1, the first equation. 1 minus x by 3 is equal to 7y minus 14 by p, which is equal to z minus 3 by 2. See, since this L1 and L2 are perpendicular to each other, immediately the condition for perpendicularity of lines should come to your mind, which is nothing but A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal to 0. This particular formula should come to your mind. Because the given two equations are in Cartesian form. And also I told you, straight away you can't write the DRs. You have to first check whether the equations are in standard form or not. If you see this first equation, coefficients of x, y are not 1. Of course, coefficient of z is 1. Since here the coefficients are not 1, you have to make it 1. Only then this equation will be in standard form. So, this equation is nothing but, let me write straight away. Let us multiply here my numerator and the denominator by minus 1. I will be getting x minus 1 by minus 3 is equal to. Here let me divide the numerator and the denominator by 7. I will be getting y minus 2 by p by 7 is equal to. Here I can write it as it is. Z minus 3 by 2. Okay, let me name this equation as 1. That is the L1 what is given to you. I have written it in standard form. I am naming it as equation 1. Same is the case for the second one. What is L2 given to you as? 7 minus 7x by 3p is equal to y minus 5 by 1 is equal to 6 minus z by 5. Again, this equation is not in standard form because the coefficients of x and z are not 1. So let me write it in standard form now. This is nothing but, here let me divide the numerator and denominator by minus 7. So I will be getting x minus 1 by minus 3p by 7. You have to be careful when you convert the given equation into standard form. Okay. Here y minus 5 by 1 will remain the same. For z, I have to multiply the numerator and denominator by minus 1. I will be getting this is equal to z minus 6 by minus 5. Let me name this as 2. Now I can easily write A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2. So therefore, the DRs of direction ratios of L1 are, normally for the first line we take it as A1, B1, C1. So let me write it here as A1, B1, C1. Nothing but, see here, minus 3, P by 7, 2. This I am getting from 1. Okay. Then the DRs of, that is the direction ratios of the line L2 are A2, B2, C2, nothing but minus 3P by 7, then 1 minus 5, 1 minus 5 from 2. We know that the condition for perpendicularity is, the condition for perpendicularity is A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal to 0. A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal to 0. Why am I using this condition? Because it is given the two lines L1 and L2 are perpendicular. So let me write that here in the bracket. Since L1 and L2 are perpendicular, given, that is given to you. Okay. Now let us substitute for A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 in this condition, and we'll try to get the value for P. Implies, come on, substitute now. A1, A2 minus 3 into minus 3p by 7 plus p by 7 into 1 plus 2 into minus 5 equal to 0. See here, A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 should be equal to 0. That is what I have done here. This is nothing but 9p by 7 minus plus p by 7 minus 10 equal to 0. This is 10p by 7 equal to 10 implies 10p is equal to 70, which implies p equal to 7. We have answered the first part of the question. What is the first part? Find the value of p. So we got the value of p as 7. Now we have to do the second part. What is the second part? You need to find the equation of the line passing through this point and parallel to the line L1. Since it is parallel to the line L1, the drs of the line is going to be the same as the drs of L1. What we got it as minus 3 p by 7, that is 7 by 7, which is 1 and 2. This is what we are going to take as drs because the lines are parallel. You know, the lines are parallel, the drs are proportional. Okay, that is a simple, easy concept we are going to make use of. I am saying this as easy because we have done many problems based on that. Okay, now let us do the second part. First, let me make a note of the value of p. We got it as 7. Okay, now therefore, the direction ratios of the line L1 are minus 3, then 7 by 7, which is going to be 1, 2. Okay. Also, you know, you have to write the equation of the line passing through a point parallel to a direction. We know that equation is nothing but x minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c, where x1, y1, z1 is the point through which the line is passing and a, b, c are the drs of that line. Here your x1, y1, z1 is going to be this point 3, 2, minus 4. And the drs a, b, c nothing but minus 3, 1, 2. That's all. You can easily write the equation of the line. Okay. So we know that equation of the line passing through x1, y1, z1 and having drs, that is direction ratios a, b, c is nothing but is x minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c. Here x1, y1, z1 is nothing but 3, 2, minus 4. A, B, C are nothing but minus 3, 1, 2. What is the reason? Because or since you name this equation x minus x1 by a equal to y minus y1 by b equal to z minus z1 by c as L3. So easily we can write the reason inside the bracket since L3 is parallel to L1 because that is what is given to you. Okay. The required equation of the line. The required equation of the line is x minus x1. x1 here is nothing but, already we have made a note of it here, 3. So x minus 3 by a. A is nothing but minus 3 is equal to y minus y1. y1 here is 2. So y minus 2 by b. b is nothing but 1. Then z minus z1. Your z1 is minus 4. So z minus of minus 4. So that will give you z plus 4 by c. See here, your c is 2. That's all. This is the required equation of the line which is parallel to the line L1. Now you answered both the parts of the given question. You need to conclude your answer stating that the value of P is 7. Then the equation of the line passing through 3, 2, minus 4 and parallel to L1 is x minus 3 by minus 3 is equal to y minus 2 by 1 is equal to z plus 4 by 2. So that will be your final answer. Now we'll move on to question number 5. Here you need to find the value of lambda so that these two lines are perpendicular to each other. You have to read carefully whether perpendicular or parallel. Accordingly you have to answer. Now these two equations are in Cartesian form and you have been given these two equations are perpendicular. Immediately this particular point should come to your mind because the equations are in Cartesian form. What is the condition? A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal to 0. Where A1, B1, C1 are the DRs of the first line, A2, B2, C2 are the DRs of the second line. Usually we take it that way. Okay. Now let us do this solution. What is the first equation given to us? 1 minus x by 3 is equal to 7y minus 14 by 2 lambda is equal to 5z minus 10 by 11. We need to write the DRs of this line. Before writing the DRs straight away, we have to see whether the given equations are in standard form or not. If you see here, coefficients of x, y and z are not 1. That means this equation is not in standard form. So first let us write it in standard form. Here I can multiply the numerator and denominator by minus 1. So I will be getting x minus 1 by minus 3. Here I can divide the numerator and denominator by 7. So I will be getting y minus 2 by 2 by 7 lambda. You have to be careful. Here I can divide the numerator and denominator by 5. So I will be getting z minus 2 by 11 by 5. Let me name this as 1. This implies the direction ratios of the line 1 are normally we represent by A1, B1, C1. So A1, B1, C1 are nothing but minus 3, 2 by 7 lambda, 11 by 5. Similarly, let us do for the second equation. What is given here? 7 minus 7x by 3 lambda is equal to y minus 5 by 1 is equal to 6 minus z by 5. When you look at it, coefficients of x and z are not 1. So we have to make it 1. Only then it will be in standard form. So this implies I can divide the numerator and denominator by minus 7. I will be getting x minus 1 by minus 3 by 7 lambda. Then this y minus 5 by 1 let me write as it is, no change in that. Here I can multiply the numerator denominator by minus 1. So I will be getting z minus 6 by minus 5. Let me name this as 2. This implies the direction ratios of the line 2 are A2, B2, C2. So nothing but minus 3 by 7 lambda 1 minus 5. Now that I know A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2, easily I can substitute in this formula A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal to 0 and get the value of lambda. Okay. So, we know that since the line 1 and the line 2 are perpendicular, A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal to 0. That condition has to be written by you first. Now let us substitute for A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 here. We will be getting, see here A1 here is minus 3 and A2 is minus 3 lambda by 7. Then plus B1 is 2 lambda by 7 into B2 is 1 plus C1 is 11 by 5 into C2 is minus 5 equal to 0. Let us simplify this further. We will be getting, which is equal to 9 lambda by 7 plus 2 lambda by 7 minus 11 equal to 0. Because this 5 and that 5 will get cancelled, you will be left with only minus 11. When I simplify this further, I will be getting 11 lambda by 7 equal to 11, which implies 11 lambda is equal to 77, which will give us lambda equal to 7. You have to find the value of lambda and you got the value of lambda as 7. So finally you need to conclude your answer. The value of lambda is 7. That will be your final answer. Now we'll move on to question number 6. Here you need to show that the three lines with the direction cosines 12 by 13, minus 3 by 13, minus 4 by 13, 4 by 13, 12 by 13, 3 by 13 and 3 by 13 minus 4 by 13, 12 by 13 are mutually perpendicular. This question is taken from the NCERT book, but it is very important question. Now, let us first make the assumptions. The given three lines are L1, L2 and L3. Then we will assume for the direction cosines also. If theta is going to be the angle between two lines, you know that when the direction cosines are known to us, then cos theta is equal to L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2, where L1, M1, N1 are the DCs of the first line and L2, M2, N2 are the DCs of the second line. So this is what we are going to use in proving the lines are perpendicular. Let us do it now. Solution. First let us make the assumption. Let the three lines be L1, L2 and L3. Therefore, the direction cosines of the line L1 are, I told in the beginning we will name this direction cosines also as L1, M1, N1, so that it will be easy for us to substitute in the formula at the end. Nothing but 12 by 13 minus 3 by 13 minus 4 by 13 and let me name this as 1. Then the DCs of direction cosines of the line L2 are, let us take it as L2, M2, N2. The lines I am taking it as capital L1, capital L2 and capital L3. Whereas for the DCs I am taking small l. Okay. Now here L2, M2, N2 which is nothing but 4 by 13, 12 by 13, 3 by 13. Name this as 2. Then the direction cosines of the line L3 are, let us take it as L3, M3, N3, which are nothing but 3 by 13 minus 4 by 13, 12 by 13. Name this as 3. Now, let theta 1 be the angle between the lines L1 and L2. Then we know that cos theta 1 is equal to, we know the DCs of the line L1 and L2. For L1 we took it as L1, M1, N1, and for L2 we took it as L2, M2 and N2. So cos theta 1 is L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2. Now let us substitute for L1, M1, N1 and L2, M2, N2 from 1 and 2. We will substitute. What will be getting? 12 by 13 into 4 by 13 plus minus 3 by 13 into 12 by 13 plus minus 4 by 13, because that is N1. N2 is 3 by 13. When I simplify this further, I will be getting 48 by 169 minus 36 by 169 minus 12 by 169, which is equal to 48 by 169 minus 48 by 169, which is equal to 0. See, when you get L1, L2 plus M1, N2 plus N1, N2 equal to 0, that means theta 1 should be 90 degrees. Isn't it? So, you are getting, this implies cos theta 1 equal to 0. So, what value of theta 1? Cos theta 1 is 0. Only when theta 1 is 90 degrees. You know cos 90 is 0. So, this implies theta 1 is equal to 90 degrees. So, what do you conclude from that? Line L1 and L2 are perpendicular to each other. So, this implies the line L1 is perpendicular to the line L2. Let me name this as 4. This result as 4. Let theta 2 be the angle between the line L2 and the line L3. Then what will happen? This implies cos theta 2 is equal to, what are the DCs of L2? We took it as L2, M2, N2. And for the DCs of L3, we took it as L3, M3 and N3. L2, L3 plus M2, M3 plus N2, N3. Now let us substitute for L2, M2, N2 and L3, M3, N3. So we will be getting, here you can mention from 1 and 2. 1 and 2. It's better to mention. So here what is going to happen? 4 by 13 into L3 is 3 by 13 plus M2 is 12 by 13. M3 is minus 4 by 13 plus N2 is 3 by 13 into N3 is 12 by 13. Okay, this you write here from 2 and 3. Only for better understanding. So this will give you 12 by 169 minus 48 by 169 plus 36 by 169, which is nothing but 48 by 169 minus 48 by 169, which is 0. That is cos theta 2 equal to 0 implies theta 2 equal to 90 degrees, which is nothing but this implies the line L2 is perpendicular to the line L3. We took this result as 4. Let us take this result as 5. Okay. Now, let theta 3 be the angle between L1 and L3. So, what do you know? Cos theta 3 is equal to L1 L3 plus M1 M3 plus N1 N3. Because L1 M1 N1 are the direction cosines of the line L1 and L3 M3 N3 are the direction cosines of the line L3. Now, let us substitute for L1 M1 N1 and L3 M3 N3. We will be getting 12 by 13 into, and L3 is 3 by 13 plus M1 is minus 3 by 13. M3 is minus 4 by 13 plus N1 is minus 4 by 13 and N3 is 12 by 13. Okay. When we simplify, we will be getting 36 by 169 plus 12 by 169 minus 48 by 169, which is 48 by 169 minus 48 by 169 will get cancelled. You will be getting it as 0. This implies, that is, cos theta 3 is equal to 0 implies theta 3 should be 90 degrees. What does it convey? The line L1 is perpendicular to L3. This implies L1 is perpendicular to the line L3. Let us name this as 6. Okay. From the result 4, you are getting L1 is perpendicular to L2. And from 5, you are getting L2 is perpendicular to L3. And from 6, you are getting L3 is perpendicular to L1. So, when we put all these three results together, we will get L1 is perpendicular to L2 is perpendicular to L3. That is, all the three lines are perpendicular to each other. They are mutually perpendicular. So, finally, you need to conclude 4, 5 and 6. We can conclude that the line L1, L2 and L3 are mutually perpendicular. You have to remember L1, L2, L3 and all our own assumption. So finally you have to write, therefore the three lines with given DCs are mutually perpendicular. So that is how you have to conclude the answer. I am not writing it on the board. You please make a note of it. With that, we have come to the end of today's session. I hope you all have understood whatever questions I worked out on the board in today's class. Thank you very much. I will meet you again in my next session.